Hi YouTube, this is Kareem and Omar back. We're about to go through the fixtures that so far happened in round one. Um, Honestly, we should have done a recording earlier, but fortunately, some things intervene with our schedule and timing. So yeah, but for the first four games, we haven't really watched it heavily except for the USA game. So that's what we're gonna talk about. So I'll give you guys like an overview. And yeah.
All right. Let's start with Mexico, South Africa, also known as the opener for this World Cup. Mexico won 2-0 against South Africa. I think Mexico played pretty well this game. Considering that like the team is like overall pretty well structured, I'd say. To back 2 goals in is pretty good against South Africa.
Yeah, I mean Mexico, not their best game. Like the quality wasn't the best have shown better, but I think it was a good result for an opening game. We'll move to South Korea versus Czechia. Well, this game kind of surprised me a bit, just cause what do you call it? Czechia like Czechia were more dominant in the first half, but in the second half, South Korea like pulled it together and yeah. So
Um, Yeah, I think that for a lot of people, this seems like a pretty evened out game. Two teams that are similar skill level. Um, I think that South Korea winning 2-1 is a pretty solid result for them. And South Korea, they've played pretty well that game. The goals that they scored, and I think that they overall did great for what they can do.
For Bosnia Canada, we can't really speak about it too much because we didn't really watch the game. But that one was 1-1. I mean, honestly, back to our prediction, we said Bosnia second. Though both of those teams can flip. One could be third, one could be second. I think those are interchangeable. But we're gonna move on and talk about the game we actually watched, which was USA versus Paraguay. Um, to give you the first half, wow, the first half was awesome. I mean, the USA came flying. Pulisic in the first half was doing incredible. Mr. Captain America. Um, they were playing ball. They were playing ball for real. They have serious midfielders. Kenny Tillman. I felt his aura through the screen. Like I'm not even trolling, but like he got those through balls and stuff and passes. They were playing, and then at the end of the game, they were starting playing one touch football. Like I don't know, like if they were trying to do recreate Brazil's Joca Benito or something, but like yeah.
Obviously the U.S. have massively improved on from the previous World Cup in Qatar. I think that with the new manager in the team, it actually looked like they were playing serious European football. I mean, these people were out there. Like I know people can just argue that it's Paraguay, but like at the end of the day, you don't see these kind of results. Especially coming from
Mm.
a team named US. And if you want to know, how like competitive and how like unpredictable this Group D can be, go check out our last video for an explanation.
Yeah, so that's our thoughts on the game. I mean, what an opener for the USA. Uh Qatar, Switzerland, we can't really talk much about that, but wow. I mean, to like to somehow like capitalize on those moments is nice. Yeah.
Um, to carry on with what Kareem said, um, I mean, just look at the screen. Massive gap in the FIFA rankings. You're looking at Switzerland, that's currently 19th place, against Qatar, that's in 56th place. That's a huge gap. And considering that the game ended in 1-1 even, I think that this is a massive W for Qatar because they were the underdogs coming into this game. People were not expecting Qatar to end up tying against Switzerland. I mean, most people would expect Switzerland to walk away with a win there.
We're gonna move on to the next game. Um, we're gonna skip over Brazil because we're gonna talk about that one a lot. But Haiti, Scotland, we can't really say much. I mean, it was kind of like Haiti just had good possession a lot of times. They weren't doing bad based on the highlights I saw. But honestly, um, yeah, I mean they put up a good fight, but Scotland, I expected them to win this game. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, honestly, not much to add other than Scotland showing off that they can beat this team, and yeah, I think that Scotland at the end of the day walk home with a W, so pretty good for result for them.
Um, yeah. So I said we're gonna skipping over it because we're gonna talk about it in the end. But Australia, Turkey, we didn't really watch this one, but based on the highlights as well, yeah, Turkey was in domination. I mean, look at the stats and stuff. But for me, the problem was for Turkey was I didn't. We saw too many long shots, too many like Çalhanoğlu going for it. It wasn't really an attack that kind of threatened Australia. It was like they had maybe like one or two, like they maybe had three chances maybe in total inside the box, but they for the amount of shots they took in, it's horrible because all of them were outside of the shot, outside of the box. Nothing was set up. I expected them to be a little bit more creative with the quality, Yildiz and Arda Güler. But I mean, Australia had two nice goals. I mean, I can't complain. Yeah.
You know, these people, opposites to what we talked about in the previous games, they're actually this is like a very tight game. You're looking at world ranking 27 against 22. Um, I think that this game Australia held their ground really well, and I think that playing some very clean passes, some clean football, and overall I think they managed to deceive Turkey, and yeah, they somehow Turkey slipped two goals, and yeah, at the end of the day it cost them a loss. So yeah.
I mean, moving on. What do we have? I mean, this one it was a blowout, but the quality was there. But I don't know. For me, G- Ger- Germany kind of. I guess I kind of expected this from Germany. Um, uh, I want to see what could they do against a tougher opponent. Cause, yeah, but yeah, it's looking very nice. I mean, Wirtz. Why couldn't we see this version at Liverpool? I mean, the version Wirtz was just everywhere in the midfield, and yeah, I don't know, and yeah, his assist playmaking, he was doing passes that were pretty damn nice, yeah. But yeah, where is this quality at Liverpool? Where is it, man?
Honestly, there's quite a bit that people can say at the end of this game. For me personally, this is kind of some like a result that was definitely going to be there, or at least somewhere around there. In my expectations, I think Germany were easily going to be a team like Curacao. Um, I think that this game actually they managed to play some pretty good football. And yeah, I think they maximized their chances. I think that Germany can do very well against these smaller teams, but they struggle quite a bit when they play against other teams like a Brazil, potentially a Netherlands, and those teams that take it a step further into guys, I'm here, I'm ready to challenge you and try and win this World Cup. Those are the teams that I see them struggling against.
Yeah, big teams. What else? So we're also gonna talk about Netherlands, Japan. We're gonna skip over it, but we're gonna talk about this one a little. Cause this one I thought, honestly, I thought this one was Ecuador getting unlucky. There were multiple times off the crossbar, off the post. I mean, I would say unlucky, but in the second half though, Cote d'Ivoire, as you could see, was heavily attacking. They were heavily going down the route and stuff. Yeah, so the second half definitely switched it up. I mean, Ivory Coast started playing more like a competitor. And yeah, I mean, Ahmed Diallo, I mean, as this guy just keeps scoring for Ivory Coast, keeps like getting the goals coming. Yeah, and so basically, I mean, I'm kind of sad because my predictions, as you can go look at that video, but I predicted Ecuador to be in second. So, but Ivory Coast, I mean, yeah, I mean, all around. I mean, if you look at the lineup all around, I mean, the quality is there. I think this guy Liverpool, lots of clubs in Europe are going for Diomandi. He got like how many dribbles did he get successful? Yeah, created the most chances. How many dribbles? What was it? Chance created, big chances won. What was the dribbling? Successful dribble, 4 out of 6. So this guy was seriously balling out. I would say yeah, and Diallo from the bench. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on this game.
I'll add on. So I think that personally, Ecuador should have won this game. I think they kind of got unlucky, like Kareem said. So let's look at the Ecuador side of the lineup. Eder Valencia. This guy got unlucky. I think that personally he kind of carried the attacking side of the Ecuador team. I think that he played pretty well. He and shots pretty unlucky. Um, and yeah, this team is very well can do pretty solid and get the job done. Like you have Moises Caicedo, you have Hincapié, Pacho, two very good defenders, playing high elite football in like the bigger leagues. And yeah, I overall think that Ecuador got unlucky, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Ivory Coast maximized their chances and managed to sneak in a goal.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this one. I mean, this one was I didn't think 5-1, but wow, Sweden have show quality over the ball. I mean, they show that they have a well built talent slash superstar players, and they kind of just understood each other a lot. Which, which I mean, I didn't think they were gonna lose this game, but I didn't think it was gonna be 5-1. So the shout out person is definitely Ayari. I mean, what a guy! I mean, he plays on Brighton, and the guy who was playing amazing, 2 goals. I mean, yeah. So overall, Isak was had a great game, Gilchrist, but all around they had connection, playing the ball out. But we can't really say the same for Tunisia, because Tunisia, I don't know, they were kind of getting lost. They were kind of getting frustrated at each other, and at times it looked like they kind of gave up on some plays. They weren't man marking. So yeah, I kind of thought that this game was comfortable for them. And Isak was hungry. He wanted to score some goals.
I have to agree with you on this one. I mean, just look at how sweet of football this Swedish team has played in this game. Um, obviously Yorkes and Isak, pretty good duo have showed that they can score some pretty nice goals. And also, I'm gonna go back to this guy Ayari, who also put off a very good performance. I mean, overall, the Swedish team is definitely proven itself. You know, in these last games, and I think especially after making it into this tournament, they had to beat Poland. Obviously, they managed to do that. So I was kind of expecting this performance, not 5-1, but I definitely thought that a good result would be possible, and they've shown how strong they are.
I mean, let's go to what was it today? One of today's game. I mean, this game. This game was crazy. You could tell Spain were awesome. They were they were creating a lot of chances, a lot of them. But honestly, for me, my problem, my it wasn't a problem, but Cape Verde were just playing great defense and were very compact. And I'm gonna have to give it to the goalie. I mean, he made how many saves did he make? He made 4 diving saves. How many in total? 7 saves in total. Yeah, 7 saves. I mean, the guy was a beast. He was doing what was it? It was around the 34th minute or something like that, where Ferran missed the chance. It was kind of open. It hit the crossbar. Then I forget who was it, but they tried to chip him, and then he just saves it. So yeah, he definitely made some nice saves in the game, and yeah.
I have to agree with Kareem again on this one. The goalie put off an absolutely outstanding performance in that game. You also have to look at the difference between these two teams. Spain very much expected to win this game. Um, but also, I mean, this is definitely not an excuse for them drawing,
Yeah.
but they did not have their full 11. For example, Gavi on a normal day would not play this position. Um, Obviously, would be occupied by, Lamine Yamal. Um, I think that overall, you know, Cape Verde held their ground. They did well on defense. And yeah, I think they managed to time this game out to 0-0.
Yeah, we're gonna go react to the one today as well. Belgium versus Egypt. I mean, this game, this game was. I mean, it was kind of. I'm not gonna say shocker, but I think Egypt at the beginning were looking sharp. They kind of knew how to break down Belgium at the beginning with the breakaways and stuff. Belgium kind of. I don't know what they were doing, but on defense they would always try Egypt would always try to have a breakaway with like 3 Belgian defenders try to play those 3v3s a lot. But in the first half, I kind of was a wake-up call for Belgium to start actually putting the foot to it. Then in the second half, Belgium, yeah, they were creating a lot, passing pretty smoothly. And yeah, they were create yeah, so then what's it? Lukaku came off the bench and he like already made an impact, but it counts as an own goal. So I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, he made an impact directly, involving in the first goal. Yeah.
If you guys are not aware, I'm wearing a Belgian kit right now, and I'm a Belgian fan as well. I'm definitely disappointed in this performance. Too many wasted balls on the Belgium side of the field. They kept on, making incomplete passes, lots of errors. At one point, this defender tried to head the ball to the keeper, but one of the Egyptian players managed to outpace and get to the ball, which led to a shot on goal. But yeah, I think that this team, Belgium is definitely capable of good performances. This one was apparently not the case. I think Egypt did very well to counter Belgium's chances. They capitalized with Belgium mistakes of like incomplete passes, and also Egypt did the same thing. Sometimes they would accidentally pass the ball out of bounds while trying to reach a teammate. So yeah, this game was
Yeah, so we're not gonna talk about. We're gonna have a separate release for for both Brazil, Morocco, and Netherlands, Japan, because we want to speak a lot about those games. I thought those games were a lot, a lot of action to cover, and yeah. So this wraps up the video. So we'll keep you posted on when we making that those two matches reaction and the what's it called and yeah, some of the ones after tomorrow and the Portugal's initial game. So I think this wraps up our video. You have anything to say, Omar?
Yes, there's a lot of games coming up, and we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you posted on the games that are here to come. See you next time.
See you, YouTube.